Hello, everybody, and welcome to episode 8 of Zack Plays Katawa Shoujo. Or replays. Sorry, Zack replays Katawa Shoujo. I can remember things. Just like I'm remembering to tell you guys to vote in the description down below. It'll take about 10 seconds. Just click on the link to the straw poll and vote on who I go for next. Currently, we're going for Hanako. And it's going pretty well because now we're asking her if she wants to go to the festival with us, and I think we're gonna ask her that. I don't know. We asked her if she had any plans for the festival, and she just looks so happy. Well, not happy, but she looks like really surprised. So we're gonna tell her that we love her and ask her to marry us. All right, let's get into it. So we asked her if she had any plans, and she says, "I don't know." Hanako answers in the way that people do when they don't want you to ask any more questions. I take it large crowds and loud music aren't really her thing. Oh, okay. Change the subject, change the subject. So, what's Lily's sister like?
She's nice. She's pretty like Lily, but she dresses businesslike.
Businesslike?
She's always wearing a suit.
Ah, I see. That makes her less pretty somehow? Hanako gives an embarrassed shake of her head.
No, just different.
I'll admit it, this has got me intrigued. To hear Hanako talk about someone other than Lily is a first, and to be complimentary about it too. But as I try to picture this mystery sister, all I can think of is Lily in a suit. And I can't imagine that not being attractive. Not at all. Well, one day you'll have to introduce me to her.
Oh, okay.
Our brief conversation ends as abruptly as it started, and we both return to our novels. Damn it, I want to hang out with her. The passage of time is marked only by the gradual movement of the patch of light cast through the window. Suddenly the noises from various rehearsals in the building fade out and die as... Fade out and die! As students start to get hungry and tired. Just thinking about that makes my stomach start to turn knots around itself. I think it's time to head back. Do you think Lily would be back by now? I think I might head back to my dorm. I'm pretty tired from this week. Not a word of that is a lie. Moving to a new school as it ramps up for a major event has been taxing, to say the least. I can feel myself nodding off as I read my book.
Okay, I might stay here a little longer.
Looking at Hanako's book, I can see that she only has a few pages left away from completing it. For a moment, I consider hanging around until she finishes, but once again my stomach turns, emitting a gurgling sound. Sure thing. Well, I'm going to head out before it gets too dark. I'll see you around, okay?
Okay. See you, Hijao.
Aw, she's so cute! How could somebody not love her? She is just adorable. She's the cutest girl ever. She's cuter than Emmy. She is just adorable. Later.
Hijao? Thank you for hanging out with me.
I could see how hard it was for her to get that simple sentence out of her mouth. It leaves me hanging for a moment. So, there is someone in this school who's even lonelier than me. Maybe lonely is the wrong word. I haven't been lacking company for this last week, but I've still managed to feel somewhat alone and detached. Maybe lonely is the wrong word for Hanako, too. She has Lily after all, doesn't she? I realize I've been sitting there far too long without answering. Pull off a flawless, not too exaggerated smile. You're welcome. Good night, Hanako.
Night.
She's just adorable! Come on! Thank you everybody so much if you voted for Hanako. I wanted Hanako to win so badly. Like, I just love making sad people happy. You know, that's the reason I do YouTube videos, after all. And it's just, God, it feels so good. Even though she's not a real person, and you guys are real people, hopefully, not robots or something. But even if you're robots, that's cool. You know, be a robot. I don't care. If you enjoy my stuff, that's fine. Be a robot. I leave her to finish her book and head back to the dorms. And the promise of food. Ba 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 ba. Ba 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 ba. Boop ba ba boop ba ba.
wake up thing. I don't know. Indigestion? I don't know.
The next day I wake up feeling a little lightheaded. It's almost noon already. Sleeping late is fine since it's Sunday and there are no classes. Not just a Sunday though, but the festival as well. Haven't I done this already? Yep. Bye, Kenji. I don't know, I'm pretty hungry, so I thought I'd get some food first and then check out the attractions. Your class project seemed pretty cool, and I gave a hand with it, so I want to see it at least that... I gave a hand with it, so I want to see at least that one. And chat with Lily, I guess. Speaking of that, don't you have any obligation for the project?
Are you out of your fucking mind? The blind broad is up to no good! I can feel it in my spleen, man! That's what that organ is for! Feeling things. And not trusting people. Her presence is like a dark shadow that's in the way of my great vision. As expected of blind people.
What? Besides, I thought that you were also... He holds his hand up to interrupt me.
Only legally, you motherfucker. Metaphorically, I can see farther than any man before me has seen.
Kenji looks stoically into the metaphorical distance to emphasize his statement, thrusting his chin forward to look manlier. Actually, it's just a corridor wall 2 meters away, but it's all the same.
I can see the future of mankind, and it's a dark one. Unless the threat of women is stifled. They are everywhere.
He fingers his scarf, I remember that. I remember him fingering his scarf. His scarf. After buying a plastic plate of takoyaki from a stall belonging to the class next to us. I can read. I take a seat in the school gardens and watch people pass as I tentatively nibble away at the rather bland-tasting item. Guess I shouldn't complain, it's better than nothing, and didn't cost much. Hey, we can eat unhealthy because we're not going after Emmy. Sweet. As I look out towards the school, watching the people coming and going proves a surprisingly entertaining way of passing the time as I eat. I've never understood people watching. Like, I've never been a person that people watches. I don't know why. I think it's just because, to me, like, people watching feels kind of gross, you know? It feels like you're just judging everybody that, like, walks by. You're just sitting there, like, judging everyone, like... Oh, look at that kid. He's weird. You know? I don't know. It just seems like a dirty thing to me. I've never done it. Well, I mean, I've looked at people. You know what? Never mind. Get back to the video. Little children, accompanied by parents or grandparents, scamper around in the din from event to event. One hand dragging their company, and the other bearing an oversized, colorful snack. Can't help but notice the age range among the people here is skewed towards the elderly, something that I'd also noticed when I was walking around town. Well, it's Japan, right? Japan has a lot of old people. It's actually a real problem that they have, is that they have a lot of old people, and people there, they're raised to be successful, like business people, and so they feel like if they have children, it will, like, hamper their ability to be successful. It's actually a really big problem that Japan has, is, they treat their elderly with a lot of respect. They treat them really well, so they live forever, and they're not having a lot of kids. It's a real problem. This must be one of those towns where the only people left are those that lived here their whole lives, and ardently refuse to leave, and those wanting to live out the rest of their lives in one of the increasingly few tranquil places. I guess that also goes a way to explaining how conservative Yamako's school culture seems to be. Not that I mind one bit. I kind of like how calm Yamako and its surroundings are. The heat, though, is another matter entirely. Sitting in one place for so long has focused my mind on how annoyingly humid it's getting, now that the hottest part of the day is here. I better get moving if I... Gah! The sound of the carillon bells takes me completely by surprise as I stand up, a reaction shared by a few of the people strolling around as well. The PA system crackles to life after the tolling bells end, Its age shows as the principal makes a barely intelligible announcement over it, officially opening the festival that's very much in full swing. It's quite amusing to contrast the pleasant smiles of the older folk against the alternatively pained and bored grimaces of the younger charges. The students, on the other hand, seem to pay little heed. Nevertheless, as the address finally ends, all are united in polite, if not overly enthusiastic, applause, and then get back to business. Sorry guys, it's like my fourth video recording today. But they're shorter videos, so I didn't think it would be a problem. But I was wrong. Reading is hard to do a lot of. Out loud. Slipping your hands into my pocket to look as relaxed as possible, I casually glance around for something to do. It's somewhat difficult to see very far with all the people around. I decide to fall back on a tried and trusted rule. Go where everyone else seems to be gathering. Right now, that's the school courtyard and surroundings. Throwing the used plate into a trash can, I make my way towards the school building. Seeing the number of stalls around the perimeter of the school building surprises me. Quite a few of the classes must have opted to make multiple stalls. In deciding which to visit first, I catch sight of a familiar banner with a blue patterned border and red text. Lily's stall is as good a place as any. A good place to start. It's a good place to start, okay? I'm curious as to how it's going, after all of the work she and her class have been doing for it. Sabi up to begin. Where's our banner? I want to see our banner. I don't see our banner.
I don't see our banner.
Maybe this is our banner? That doesn't look like red writing. Unless it looks like a snowflake to me. Stepping up to it, I begin to see why the class took so long to organize everything. Easily twice as wide as many of the other stalls, and with equipment for cooking strewn everywhere, it's closer to an outdoor restaurant than a festival event. I think that's it. As a student in front of me takes a bowl of noodles and leaves, I walk up to the counter. The girl behind us seems quite exasperated and asks me to wait a moment before she disappears underneath the counter. Seizing the moment, I take a quick glance around. Steam seems to be rising from everywhere as pots and pans simmer away. The most blind of the students are unpacking ingredients. Sorry, that's not funny. It is a little, but sorry. Unpacking ingredients while being helped by someone who's probably the teacher at 3-2. It doesn't take long to notice Lily among them, talking with the teacher as she quickly counts out the boxes and packets with her fingers. From her expression and the fact that both she and the teacher seem to be in a state of mild confusion, it appears that there's been some problem in coordination. Before I can stare any longer, the girl behind the counter pops up again, only to look back and ask where the spare change box is. Lily pauses for a moment, before she and the girl switch places at the counter, and the teacher quickly walks off somewhere. Sorry about that. We're having a few problems. What would you like? It takes me a second to remember what I'd come here for. My eyes quickly dot side to side to read the menu sitting on the counter. Oh, I guess some miso soup? Ah, is that Hijao? How awkward would that be if, like, she just hears somebody that sounds like Hijao, she's like, oh, hi Hijao! And then the dude's like, I'm Yukamoto. Who the hell's Hijao? Like, oh, sorry! Oh god, I'm so sorry! I don't have eyes. It's like... But, thank you everybody so much for watching. Remember, I upload videos every single day at 2 o'clock p.m. Pacific Standard Time, so if you like extremely consistent content, then feel free to subscribe. If you like the video, then like the video, because that's what you should do when you like a video. And if you honestly, truly in your heart dislike the video, then feel free to leave a dislike on the video, because that's what you should do when you dislike a video. Remember to, that's it actually. That's my outro. That's my outro. I'll see all of you guys in the next episode. Bye.